this video, we'll start talking about Superwhisper modes. This is one of the most powerful features of the app because it's how you control what kind of output you get. We'll focus on some of the basic built-in modes, message, email, and note to give you an overview of how this works. Let me go to the modes tab in our settings and expand this mode. If I click where it says voice to text, it shows all the existing mode presets available. Just as a reminder, when you first install the app, you'll have this voice to text mode as your default. It's just pure raw transcription, nothing else. Every other option other than this, including custom modes, will have AI processing on top of your transcription. You can change the mode type from this drop-down menu or create something new entirely. Let's do that. I'll pick message. After you create a mode, you can double-click the name to change it. I'll call this simple cleanup. You can also customize the icon here, which helps with organization once your list starts to get longer. I'll show you how this works. I will go to my mini window indicator, then expand it to get the classic view. Right now, my default mode is active, as we can see here. Let me open a note. When I talk, no. When I dictate like this, if I stop or hesitate or I make mistakes when I'm talking, well, my results may not be as clear. Happy face emoji. Now I will do exactly the same dictation, but after pressing my recording shortcut, I'll go in there and switch to my message mode we just created. When I talk, no. When I dictate like this, if I stop or hesitate or I make mistakes when I'm talking, well, my results may not be as clear. Happy face emoji. There's quite a bit of a difference between both results. For very quick or informal dictations, perhaps you will be fine with something like the default voice-to-text mode. It includes everything you speak literally, and depending on your setup, it can also feel faster because there's less processing involved. But the message type of mode is a very good everyday default for most people. It will fix grammar and spelling, it will remove filler words, it will replace emojis where necessary, and overall, it will improve readability. Let me create a different mode. This one will be for emails. I will dictate something using this so you can see what happens. Hey John, I just wanted to follow up on the website project. I think we need to ship the update on Friday. Also, can you send me the link to the doc and I'll review it today. Thanks. Now the output looks like an email. It's not just clean text like before. This is already formatted and ready to send, which can save you lots of time. I'll make this into a note kind of mode, and now I will dictate. The note mode is great for when you are thinking out loud. Let's say that you want to brainstorm or write a to-do list. It will organize everything clearly with bullet points. This comes out easier to scan because AI is giving structure to whatever you speak. Now, something that you may have already noticed by this point is that whenever I am using this classic recording window with anything that includes AI, I am seeing the response stream back to me. That may also be one more reason for you to use the classic window over the mini, just so you know what step of the processing you're at. I find this especially useful with longer dictations that may take a tiny bit longer to process. One related feature is that you can also choose to see your voice being transcribed in real time. I'm back here in the settings panel. I will click on my default mode, which is voice to text, just to show you how to set this up. If we click on the gear icon, we have a sidebar that gives us extra options to set per mode. We can change the models being used up on the top area. Here we have control over what happens with any audio playing on your system when you start recording. We also got a few more things that we will explore in detail in other videos down the line. But depending on the model being used, we have one additional toggle for real time. I will enable that and start dictating. With real time enabled, I can see my voice turning into text right as it's happening. This is useful if you want to catch mistakes early or want to make sure the app is picking up what you're saying correctly. If you are someone who tends to talk fast or mumble a bit, watching the words appear can help you adjust on the fly instead of finding out later that something got missed. It's just a nice to have visual confirmation. With this one, I don't have any extra processing, so my text goes directly to my front app instantly. There's a lot more you can do with modes than what we covered here, but we'll keep building on this step by step. For now, go ahead and create a few modes of your own, rename them to whatever you need, and do a bit of testing to get a feel for what kinds of outputs to expect. Thank you for watching.